We're going to resume the meeting with the good of the cause. The Board of Education recognizes the value of public comment on educational issues and the importance of providing an opportunity to the public to express themselves on school-related matters of concern to the residents of East Brunswick. To allow for a fair and orderly public comment period and in accordance with Board Policy 167, individual comments are limited to 5 minutes. Members of the public are reminded that this is a public televised meeting of the Board of Education. To protect the privacy of all students and staff, concerns regarding individual students and staff members should generally be addressed by first meeting with the appropriate administrative staff by New Jersey Statute 10412B. Is there anyone that would like to address the board this evening? Seeing none, we'll close the public portion and we'll move on to the action items this evening. I'd like a motion for items A1 through A4.
So moved.
Mrs. Becker, Mrs. Shaw, is there any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh wait, I think we need a roll call.
Yes, we need a roll call.
We'll do it as a roll call.
Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mrs. Chu?
Yes.
Mrs. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Philipchak?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw? Mrs. Shaw?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Shaw is home.
Yes.
He'd say
I
yes
hope.
too.
And President Cohen?
Yes.
Motion carries.
A motion on items B1 through B6 of educational items.
So moved.
Mrs.
Second.
Becker, Mrs. Shaw, is there any discussion?
I have a question.
Mrs. Becker.
I just have a question on B5. Description, professional clinician, what is that?
B5.
B5?
Artist in residence.
Artist in residence. I may not have pronounced that correctly.
Professional clinician?
Clinician, yes.
That's what they are. But as far as what they're doing, all I can tell you is that they're working with the students in the arts, but I'm not sure what.
I got that, I just, usually
They're running a
description,
clinic.
we'll see choreographer or what.
Oh, you mean just specifically, whether they're.
I was just curious, usually we'll see choreographers,
Stage designer.
Stage designer, set design, so I was just curious.
Nobody.
That is, I don't know.
I think that's wrong.
Okay.
Well,
Just
as I
curious,
said,
thank
they're
you.
running clinics.
Of the running clinics. Mr. McAvoy.
I had a question in the same arena. I would imagine that it's something with stage design. My question was, it says it's going to run from May 22nd through the 30th at $250 per person. I would think these guys are coming in for one day, and it's going to be scheduled, but am I correct, Mr. Giuliana, that that's probably what this is for? Meaning to say.
If this was a contract for one day,
One day.
it would have been indicated as one day. That's not the case.
Well, then that's a very generous move by these professionals to come in at that particular rate, so I'm very happy with that. B6, and I'll pull this back to Mr. Giuliana as well. This is a state mandate?
Yes, non-public technology purchases, these are not funds that come out of the district's budget. The state provides funds to support non-public schools, and because those funds cannot go directly to those schools, the local school district acts as the clearinghouse, and so all of those purchases for non-public schools have to take place through us, and then we provide them with the materials.
And this would be for non-public schools that our students go to, or the non-public school technology initiative program that authorizes where this money goes?
These are for the non-public schools located in East Brunswick, and for which we have students attending,
Right.
resident students who are attending.
Okay. Good, thank you.
We're good? We'll need a roll call on that.
Yes. Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mrs. Chu?
Yes.
Mrs. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Philipchak?
Yes.
Mrs. Shaw?
Yes.
President Cohen?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I'd like a motion for items C1 through C5.
So moved.
Mrs. Becker, Mrs. Shaw, is there any discussion on any of those items?
I'd like to just make a comment, just I received an email request for some information, and I didn't see that until just before the board meeting. So allow me to clarify on one item here. It is a bid renewal for, where did it go? It is for the energy management system, annual energy management system. It's
C2.
C2. That is, we're not paying for any energy management services per se. This is to provide maintenance and repairs to our district-wide system that helps us to manage the temperature controls throughout all the buildings. So I just wanted to provide that clarification.
Thank you. So we don't have an energy management system.
No, well, it is an energy management system, but this is not
This is
a
not that.
consulting
Okay.
service. These are services to help maintain that system. We are able to, from central location, monitor and adjust temperatures throughout the
That's a
district.
separate contract.
That's what,
That is what.
this is to support that system.
Okay. So
And
it's-
it's-
I'm sorry.
No, you go right ahead. You wanna-
So it's to support the system as well as to provide maintenance and repairs?
It's to
associated with
provide the
contract?
maintenance and repairs. We run the system.
Okay.
It's not run by a third party.
Okay.
It's district-run and monitored and adjusted as necessary. This is to take care of repairs that may
This
need
is
to
for
be done.
repairs. Okay, thank you.
And this is not part of that presentation that we had maybe 4 meetings ago about that?
ESIP?
Yes,
No,
okay.
no.
However, all the bid renewals, as I was going through them one at a time, it's nothing new, right, Mr. Giuliani? That's why you're saying bid renewals.
That's correct.
And equally important, maybe even more important, is I noticed that there was a 0% increase in almost everything from C2 through C6. So that is a credit to, in my opinion, to you and your department, and I thank you for that. And if I spin back to C1, is that a savings for us?
That's a change order. I would expect nothing less than spinning back to that.
Thank you. But is that a $37,000 bonus?
This is
Well,
not.
I don't mean a bonus, but
This is not a return. So here's what is happening with this. We identified in the entrance vestibule upgrades that we were doing that we needed to do some additional
I
things
see.
that were not anticipated.
Right.
Once they were built, we saw there were some things that we needed to do a little bit more. So there was a contract allowance remaining within the contract itself, and that contract allowance is being applied to take care of this additional work. So we're not having to find additional resources. The resources were already contained within the original contract.
so it's like after the vestibules had been created and then they were being used, you found little,
Some
Quirks
things
here and there.
things that needed to be done, additional counters,
Right.
where the security area was more open to the interior, finding that those areas needed to be closed off and made more private. So a couple of those kinds of adjustments were being
I
made.
recall coming across something like that when we were doing Read Across America, when I was at, I guess it was Central School. There were even the security people at the front door were saying, oh, we this and that, and it's great that that's all being tweaked for the overall safety, and then that runs, I'm good, thank you.
On that topic, though, this then is the remaining monies that was set aside for vestibules?
Yes.
So what happens with the Bal Monroe one, which really didn't get done?
This is the remaining money for the contracts that were awarded. The Bal Monroe was not awarded because we don't have a final approval on that as yet.
Oh, okay.
So that money still is set aside and waiting to be applied.
Okay, just didn't want
No, no, no.
anyone to think that
No.
we've used it up and now we don't have money for
We're
that,
ready, willing, and able.
once we get an approval.
Yes.
And we do, I want to publicly state that we do have an appointment before the planning committee.
The planning board, the county
the
planning board,
planning
in June,
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Just a comment slash question. Then this is the first time I've seen, anyway, that project allowance is completely spent down to zero, and there's not a return back to another account. So that's it, then there's nothing else that can be funded. Are there any remaining gaps of things that need to be done?
Within this project?
Yeah.
No.
So this zeroes out the account, but it truly does address all the issues.
Yes.
Because my concern is, seeing it go to zero, were there things that we didn't do?
No. The base bid was fully addressed, the punch list has been addressed, and these are additional items that we feel that are necessary to make those vestibules exactly what we want them to be. But we're good. We're not in a situation where we would be coming back to say, we need more money beyond what was already set into the contract.
Any other questions? We need a roll call on that one, too.
We can do a roll call. That's fine. Okay. Mrs. Becker?
Yes.
Mrs. Chu?
Yes.
Mrs. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. McAvoy?
Yes.
Mr. Philipchak?
Yes.
Mrs. Shaw?
Yes.
And President Cohen?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. On to